Chiedozie, I was looking, Jim Conlan here from RCV Radio Sport Ireland. Chiedozie, I was looking there at your sort of childhood career growing up, and one thing struck my eye was the big interest and the big love of Gaelic football that you played growing up, and you played for Nemo Rangers in Cork, and one stat there that struck me, you scored 1-2 in an under-21 final in 2015 for Nemo Rangers. Were you ever involved in Gaelic football squads, development squads with Cork growing up in terms of underage football? And was that a big passion of yours as well? Had you an option really to go far in that?
I was truly blessed with the ability to play Gaelic football in terms of my pace and power was a big attribute because the pitch was quite bigger than football. I did play a hint of minor football with the Cork. I don't think I was the development squad. I don't think I was narrowed down to the actual competition squad. Obviously, as a kid, I always wanted to be a professional footballer. I did enjoy Gaelic, but I felt like I was told I was very good Gaelic footballer, and I knew that. But in my heart, I really wanted to give my all as a professional footballer and see where it takes me. I remember that game, actually, I scored 1-2 and he went to a replay, and unfortunately I had to make a decision. I think it was with 17 going on to 18. The replay was on the day we were playing UCD away in Cork City under 19s, and I was pulled by the manager. I said, I'm not getting any younger. I need to make a decision on what I want to do. And it was the hardest decision of my life because I'm very close to everyone at Nemo Rangers. And I really enjoyed Gaelic football, but I just had to go with my gut feeling, something I always wanted to try out, and I didn't want to have regrets when I was older. So I had to make a decision to leave Gaelic football behind and follow my dreams as a footballer.
And Chiedozie, I know growing up, your father moved here from Nigeria, and he had an option, and he rejected a job in terms of Florida. He could have easily wound up in the USA playing basketball or American sort of football. But just on that sort, when you see your heritage, obviously Nigerian, when you see Nigeria in the African nations, and people will say maybe there's an allure to Nigeria because they're in more tournaments, if you can make it in the past decade or so in terms of World Cups, in terms of African nations. But living in Ireland since an 8-year-old, did you always feel more Irish than Nigerian, dare I say?
I wouldn't say, I would have felt more Irish. I think I got involved in the culture and I went to school and I integrated with, my classmates, and I got to learn the culture. And I think I felt like, I became part of the country. I feel like at home, my parents were strong Nigerians, and we were disciplined like Nigerian kids, and I speak Nigerian. I just taught the language. I speak Igbo, so I felt like I'm quite happy in the opportunities I was given and the roots I came from, because I have integrated in two different cultures, both the culture of my father and my parents and on Ireland. So I wouldn't say I would class myself as more Irish than Nigerian, and I wouldn't say either I'm more Nigerian than Irish. I'm just very grateful to get the opportunity to learn both cultures.
And Chiedozie, playing in the Irish National League, playing with the likes of Limerick, was probably picking out as one of your most successful stints. 32 appearances, 8 goals for Limerick. Was that a real grounding for you in terms of the attitude and professional ethos? Obviously, making it at Limerick obviously gave you the opportunities to go to Brentford. And was it a level that you found that even did you acclimatise, even coming from earlier on, even from a youth stage into Limerick? Was there great expectations for you coming into Limerick, first of all? And was your goal at that time just to make the Limerick team?
Yeah, my goal at that time was to make the Limerick team. The manager at that time was Martin Russell. And when I came in, how I actually signed for Limerick was I reached out to one of the players I knew from under 19s. And he gave me the manager's number. I rang the manager. He asked me to come down, showcase my ability. After 3 days of trials, he offered me a contract, which I couldn't reject. And I remember him saying to me, I'm not expecting you to do something magical here. I want you to come in and help the team and, learn the game. I think I was only, 19 at that stage. So I had a lot to learn. And I just said that, I was quite, grateful that out of everyone, you know, I was able to be given the opportunity and, you know, the run of games that I was given. And that's what attracted teams like Brentford to come in for me. But there was no high expectations. When I went to Limerick, the expectation I had for myself was hopefully to play over 20 games, you know, to help out as much as possible and to get as much first team football that I could do. And I was just lucky that Limerick offered that to me, and, you know, it helped me move forward in my career.
And Chiedozie, you mentioned there about reaching out to Ireland and to Stephen Kinney. In terms of Michael Obafemi making the Irish sort of senior scene in terms of Southampton, was that a sort of inspiration for you? Did you take notice of Michael's achievements? Were you around that age growing up in terms of Michael Obafemi, in terms of Irish sort of squads, and seeing him making the breakthrough? Did that inspire you even more to make contact with Stephen?
I think what inspired me is knowing that Stephen played at League of Ireland, you know, managed Dundalk at League of Ireland. I remember him showing interest to get me to Dundalk before. So I kind of knew that, you know, he knew what I'm capable of, and he's seen me before, you know, live in the league. So, but obviously Michael, you know, got the opportunity, you know, obviously lifted everyone else, every other player that, you know, in Ireland, that if Michael was getting the opportunity, you know, it could be me as well moving forward. But I think what you know prompted me to, you know, reach out to Steve was like, you know, to let him know that I'm available. Obviously I would love to represent Ireland. You know, I grew up there, I lived there all my life, my family lived there. So, you know, it was something that if I got the opportunity, I would snatch anyone's hands off for it. So, you know, that's really that prompted me, because the fact that, you know, I knew him from League of Ireland, and then you know, he does like to pick players that he's seen before and he's dealt with. So I just, you know, chanced my arm, and I'm lucky that, you know, he believed in my ability, really.
And finally, for me, yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to say final question, so that's that's okay.
Finally, for me, Chiedozie, in terms of your targets for Rotterdam in terms of this season, is it maybe to try and break into double figures in terms of the league in terms of goals? Is it a target maybe to try and reach maybe a 10-goal mark or something like that, and try and build on that going forward?
I said before, I feel like I have personal goals and I have personal desires, but unfortunately, I kind of have to sacrifice those desires, you know, because I'm playing a different position, a right wing back. If I score 10 goals, a right wing back, I do believe I'll have a chance to sign for Real Madrid. But I just personally, I want to get to the championship. I missed a lot of football in the championship when the guys were battling for their lives, and I didn't really get a good crack at the league. So I would like to win the league, get some silverware, and, you know, hopefully go to the championship and, you know, give it a great go. And that's my ambition, really, to hopefully get the team and, you know, win promotion and, you know, get back to the championship.
Cheers and best of luck, Chiedozie. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us.
Thank you.